Okay. Now, let us continue our lesson on reduction of multiple subsystems by presenting signal flow graphs and the method by which it can be simplified. Okay. So, ang ang signal flow graphs is basically an alternative representation of aside from block diagrams. Okay. At ang pinakamagandang gamit ng pinakamagandang gamitin ang signal flow graphs sa mga systems na represented using state space model. Okay. Pero since we can represent our systems using signal flow graphs and instead of a block diagram, pwede rin natin siyang gamitin as an alternative para mag-simplify ng ating system. Okay? Through the use of the tool called Mason's rule. Okay? So, unlike block diagrams na merong apat na components, blocks, signals, summing junctions, at pick-off point. A signal flow graph consists of two components. Okay? So, sa signal flow graphs, dalawa lang yung makikita nating components. Branches, okay, that represents a system. Okay, so yung branch nyo mukhang arrow. Okay, mukhang arrow yung pero in this case hindi siya arrow dahil ang arrowhead natin ay nasa gitna nung line. Okay. So ang arrow natin kasi is nasa dulo yung arrowhead. Ito yung branch natin. Okay, is basically a system na is basically an arrow pero yung yung arrowhead natin is nasa gitna. Okay, so that's the difference between an arrow and a branch. Okay. So as stated here, ang branches nyo would represent a system. Okay. So a system is represented by a line with an arrow showing the direction of signal flow through the system. Okay. So adjacent to the line, we write the transfer function. So katulad nito. Okay. So that's one component. The other component are nodes. Okay, which represent your signal. Okay, so yung node natin is represented by a circle. Okay. So we write the signal's name adjacent to the node. Okay. So these are the elements of your signal flow graphs. Okay. Now, in a signal flow graph, okay, each signal is the sum of the signal flowing into it. Okay. So kapag nagbabasa tayo ng signal flow graph, basically it might start with a signal and end with a signal. Tapos yung mga signals na may pinanggalingan pang signal beforehand is basically the sum of the signals entering to it. Okay. So ang rule dito is that signal times the transfer function of the branch would actually be equal dun sa signal natin. Tapos lahat ng papasok dun sa isang signal niyo would actually be the sum of those entering it. Okay? So for example, in this case, we will have halimbawa yung signal na Vs, okay, is equal siya sa lahat ng mga pumapasok sa kanya. Ito, okay, ito, tsaka ito. Okay, so you have R1 G1, ito, R1 G1. Okay, minus, okay, kasi negative tong G2 ninyo. So minus R2 G2, okay, plus R3 G3. Okay, so yung sign pala nung ating signal is actually indicated by placing a negative sign dun sa transfer function na dadaanan niya. Okay, otherwise kung wala naka-indicate, it's considered positive. Okay. So yung C1 natin, okay. Yung C1 natin is basically V times G4. Okay. But again, V, okay, is ito. So pwede nating i-substitute ngayon ito dun sa V. So we will have this. Okay. We will have this one. Okay. C2 is basically V times G5. Okay. So, that's V times G5. And then, yung V natin, again, pwede nating palitan nito. Okay. Para maging ganito siya. Okay. And same thing with C3. Okay. So, again, ang pagbabasa ng signal flow graph is that you simply trace yung papasok na signal or papasok na branch sa isang signal. Okay. So, yung papasok na branch doon or yung expression nun would be the signal kung saan nanggaling yung branch times the branch, okay, equal dun sa signal na papasukan niya. I-add natin lahat yun. Okay. So, as an exercise para makita natin kung paano yung equivalence. Okay. So, ganito ang pagko-convert ng block diagram papuntang signal flow graph. Okay. So, halimbawa, meron tayong cascade system. So, yung ating una, let's start by drawing the signals. Okay. So, yung signals natin from block diagram ay yung arrow. So, yung isang arrow dito would represent a signal. So, isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat. So, pangalanan natin siya. So, this is R. This is V. Ang pangalan dito ay X2 or V2. Okay. Ito naman V1. Ito C. Okay. So, ayan. So, magiging ganito yung natin, yung simula natin. Now, we will connect these signals by tracing kung paano connected, paano na-generate yung next signal. For example, yung V2 is generated by connecting R with a transfer function G1. Okay. So that we verify that V2 is R times G1. Okay. Then, again, from the block diagram, yung signal V1 is generated by connecting V2 with a branch G2. So, i-connect natin si V2 at saka si V1 using the branch G2. Okay. So that we verify that V1 is V2 times G2. Okay. And finally, para ma-generate natin si C, we have to connect V1 with a branch having the transfer function G3. Okay. So, we verify na ang ating CS o C is V1 times G3. So, ito yung magiging equivalent signal flow graph niya. Okay. So, same thing here. Okay. So, yung mga signals natin dito ay basically ito. Okay. Bali ito. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat. Okay. Tapos yung output natin. Okay. So, this is named V1. Okay. I think this is named V1. While this is V2. And this is V3. And this is C. Tapos this is R. Okay. So, ayan. So, pareho tayo nung sagot. Okay, now, we connect now. Okay, para ma-generate si V1, we connect now R with V1 using the transfer function G1. Okay, so ito. Okay, that's para si V2 ma-generate, okay, we connect V2 with R using the transfer function G2. Okay. And then si V3, ko-connect natin sa kay R using the transfer function G3. So, ito yung nakuha natin. Okay. Now, how do we connect now C kay V1? Now, since walang transfer function na naka-connect sa kanila based sa block diagram, we simply just connect it with a straight line. In which automatic na ang thinking natin kapag walang nakalagay or walang transfer function, this is assigned as 1. Okay, so this is simply C times V1. I mean C equals 1 times V1. Okay. So, again, walang transfer function sa pagitan nilang dalawa. So, we just simply connect it with a unity arrow or unity branch. Okay, yun ang itawag natin sa kanya, unity branch. And then this one also with a unity branch. Now, verify na this is consistent with the definition ng signal flow graph. Okay, in which yung C is basically yung signals V1, okay, plus V2, okay, plus V3. Okay. Based on sa definition ng signal flow graph. Again, yung signal niyo is the sum of the signals coming into it. So, ito yun. Okay, so yung ating V1, V2, tsaka V3 ay yung C natin is the sum of V1, V2, and V3. Pero kung titingnan nyo rin further, V1 is basically R times G1, tapos yung V2 natin is R times G2, tapos yung ating V3 is R times G3. So, pwede natin isulat ito as R G1, okay, plus RG2, RG2 plus RG3. Or kung ipa-factor out nyo yung R nito, you would have still G1 plus G2 plus G3. Consistent pa rin dun sa ano natin, sa block diagram definition natin ng parallel systems. Okay? So, ayan. Okay. So, yan yung para sa parallel. Para sa ano naman, para sa feedback system naman. Again, isang node dito, isang node para sa signal. Isang signal dito, tsaka dito. Okay. So, ayan. So, ayan. Although, on the second thought, pwede palang wala na to. Kasi i-connect lang natin ito, tsaka itong signal na to. Okay. Explain ko mamaya kung bakit. So, tanggalin natin to. Okay. So, you have these 3 signals. Okay. Now, take note na para ma-generate nyo si signal ES. Okay. Simply sum siya nito. Okay. At saka nito. Okay. So, this one, okay, galing sa C. This is E. Tapos, this is R. Okay. Galing dito sa C, papunta kay E. Okay. Meron tayong transfer function na H. Or negative H. Kasi negative feedback siya. Okay. So, may negative H tayo. Okay. Tapos, connecting R at saka E, you would have a unity transfer function or a unity branch. Okay, kasi sa aming junction na naman nagko-connect sa kanilang dalawa. So again, consistent to dun sa definition natin ng block diagram that E, okay, should be R minus CH. Okay. So ito yung na-derive natin before. Okay. Now, si E at saka si C connected via a transfer function, okay, na G. Okay, so that we will have C, okay, equals E times G. Okay. So, itong mga equations na to, or mga expressions na to, na-derive natin yan sa discussion natin in section 4.1. Okay. So, consistent pa rin siya dun sa definition natin. So, ngayon, yung magiging signal flow graph ng ating feedback system would be something like this one. Okay. So that's how we convert a block diagram papuntang signal flow graph. Okay. Now let us try to work on example 4.13 para mas malinaw siya. Okay. So take note na one crucial step pagka nagko-convert kayo ng block diagram papuntang signal flow graph is labelan niyo lahat ng signals para mas malinaw. Okay? Para mas sa inyo yung kumbaga parang mas madali sa inyo mag-connect. Okay. Ang hahanapin niyo lang naman kasi dito is paano connected or paano kayo makakarating from one signal to another signal. Okay. So, to do that, labelan niyo lahat ng mga possible na signals. Okay. Including yung katulad nito dito kasi kaya kanina nag-insist ako na labelan nito sana. Okay. It's because yun sana yung rule na i-impose natin. Lahat ng signals should be labeled. Okay. Para maging node siya. Pero later on kasi, i-eliminate din kasi natin siya. Okay. So, eliminate natin siya by actually taking out yung mga branches na redundant or pwede ko na ma-simplify into a single branch. Tapos pwede tayo mag-drop ng mga signals. Okay. Kaya kanina nag-insist ako na lagyan to. Okay. In any case, pareho lang naman yung lalabas kung meron yan or wala yan. Okay. So, yun ang rule natin sana pagka magaan tayo. Mag-convert tayo ng block diagram papuntang signal flow graph. So, here, okay, yun ang ginawa niya exactly dito. Lahat ng signals na to, kasama to, okay, nilabelan niya. Okay, so, ayan. Tapos, medyo pinwesto niya dyan. Okay. So, yung placing naman ng mga signals na yan is depende naman sa pag-susulat ninyo. Okay. So, ayun. Now, ito yung gagawin natin ngayon. Para ma-convert ngayon to sa signal flow graph is we will connect these signals. Okay. So for example, yung V1, okay, yung V1 is basically yung V6. Okay, connected siya sa V6. Okay, kaya lang negative 1 yung transfer function natin dito. Okay, dahil negative ito. Tsaka R. So, kukonect natin sila. So, magiging 1 yan. Okay, so that's V1. Now, V1 and V2 are connected in a manner na si V2 is V1 times G1. So, kukonect natin siya using the transfer function G1. Okay. So, ayan. Together with V7, okay. So, si V2 tsaka si V7, kukonect natin. Okay. Ito, negative 1 to. Ma-generate nila si V3. Okay. So, again, ito ay unity branch. Okay. Kasi ang nagko-connect lang naman kay V2 tsaka kay V3 dito is summing junction. So, ayun, para mag-add lang siya. Okay. So, sorry, hindi pala sa V2 nakakonect si V7, kay V3 pala. Nasobrahan. Okay. Si V3 ay V7 na negative. Okay. Tsaka si V2. Okay. Na positive 1. Ayan. Kasi V3 is V2 minus V7. Ayun. So, mali tayo kanina doon sa Okay. So, ayan. Next. Si V4, connected siya kay V3. Okay. So, si V4 connected kay V3 through the transfer function G2. Okay. Through kay transfer function G2. Okay. Tapos, also take note na si V3, si V5 is basically sum siya ng V3, ng V4, at saka ng negative V8. So, si V3, papunta kay V5. Okay. At since wala naman transfer function na dadaanan dyan, we will have this as a unity branch. Next, si V4. Okay, papunta kay V5. Again, walang transfer function na dadaanan. So, unity branch ito. Okay. And then, si V8. Okay, papunta rin kay V5. Negative 1 siya. Kasi negative yung signal dito. Okay, so, this is negative 1. Okay, ano pa? Si V4 tsaka si V7 connected. Okay, si V4 tsaka si V7 connected. Okay, via the transfer function H2. So, ito kay H2. Okay. And at the same time, si V4 connected kay V6. Okay. Connected siya kay V6 through the transfer function H1. So, ito, kukonect natin dito. Okay. Through the transfer function H1. Yan. Okay. So, si V5 at saka si C ay connected through the transfer function G3. Yan. Tapos, si C at saka si V8 ay connected to the transfer function H3. Okay. So, check nyo mabuti kung meron kayo na mispa na mga connections. Okay. So, in this case, alam ko wala naman na to. Okay. So, we will now have the following. Ayan. So, yung ginawa ko dito, ito yung mas malinis na version niya. So, dito tayo titingin. Okay. Now, ang next na gagawin natin, since na-generate nyo na yung mga connections, okay. Ang gagawin natin ngayon is tatanggalin natin yung mga yung mga signals na pwedeng i-simplify. So, yung mga pwedeng i-simplify dito is yung branch na parehong unity branch. Kumbaga parang yung mga pwede nyo i-multiply na kasi 1 naman yung kasunod yung branch. Pwede. Halimbawa, ito, yung G1 tsaka ito. So, pwede nyo tanggalin tong V2 na signal. So, pwedeng i-diretso na lang natin ito. Kasi G1 times 1 is simply G1. So, ngayon, pwedeng i-connect na natin si V1 tsaka si V3 directly as using G1. So, wala na rin to. So, yung mga ganun yung pwede nyo i-eliminate. So, in this case, pwede nating i-eliminate. Ito, hindi nyo pwedeng i-eliminate to kasi magkasunod sila. Dahil meron pang signals na lumalabas galing dun. Okay. So yung mga signals ba, yung mga intermediate signals ba na ano na pwedeng nag-link sa wala naman lumalabas from it. Okay. Wala naman lumalabas from it aside from a continuous flow. Okay. Kumbaga ito hindi pwede kasi dalawa yung lumalabas yan eh. Okay. Kumbaga ano to, critical ito. Pero ito hindi, pwede niyo tanggalin tong V6. So pwede niyo idiretso ito. Okay. As negative H na lang. Okay. So ano pa? Ito, pwede niyo tanggalin itong part na to. Itong V8. Okay, pwede niyo tanggalin. So gawin na lang natin tong negative H3. So wala H3. So wala na to. Wala na rin to. Okay, ano pa? So I think ito pa walang V7, pwede niyo tanggalin. Okay. So negative H2 yung ipapalit natin diyan. So wala na to, negative H2. Okay. So yung mga mga nodes na in at saka out lang yung yung mga meron. Okay. Yung papasok at lalabas lang din. Okay, pwede niyo tanggalin 'yan. Okay. So ngayon, this would now be our signal flow graph na equivalent nito. Okay. In which tinanggal natin yung V6, wala na yung V6 dito. Wala na rin yung V2. Okay. Wala na rin yung V8. Okay. So all other things nandiyan na. Okay. So negative H1, negative H2, negative H3. Okay. So ayan. So kasi yung sinasabi ko dito, pwede nyo tanggalin to later on. Kasi nga mangyayari dyan is continuous lang ito galing dito papunta sa E. Okay. So parang mangyayari dyan is C papasok kay H. Okay. Papasok through H tapos dito negative 1. Okay. So pwedeng i-eliminate to para mawala yung isang signal na nilagay natin dito. Okay. So ganun din dito. Okay. So now this would be your signal flow graph. Okay. So pwede nyo pag-practicean ito para ma-verify nyo kung okay yung pagko-convert niyo. Okay. Pero this would be the answer. This would be the equivalent signal flow graph para dito. Okay. So pwede nyo practicein yan. Okay. So now, kung marunong na tayo mag-convert ngayon ng block diagram papuntang signal flow graph. Okay. The next thing that we want to know is paano natin mare-reduce yung ating system natin. Okay. Papuntang single transfer function. Okay. So para magawa 'yon, kailangan natin pag-aralan yung tinatawag na Mason's rule. Kasi yung Mason's rule yung step-by-step procedure o yung procedure by which we can actually reduce yung signal flow graph or to obtain the transfer function that represents the entire signal flow graph. Okay, so yun yung Mason's rule. Okay, so reduction of systems, okay, by signal flow graph is accomplished by using a formula known as Mason's rule. Okay, so bago natin discuss kung ano yung Mason's rule, let us have some definitions. Okay. So ano yung mga para ma-clarify natin ngayon yung mga terms na yun, we will be using this as a reference para mas malinaw sa atin kung ano yung sinasabi ng terms. Okay, number 1. The loop gain, okay, is the product of branch gains found by traversing a path that starts at a node and ends at the same node. Okay, so loop gain, kukunin nyo yung product ng branch gains. Okay, branch gains is yung transfer function. Okay, so yung branch gains, i-multiply natin, pero kailangan makabuo tayo ng isang loop. Okay, so without passing any other node twice or more than once. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito yung parang hahanap tayo ng mga loops. Okay, pero kailangan yung dadaanan natin mga nodes, isang beses lang natin dadaanan. Okay, so for example, halimbawa ito, yan, isang loop gain yan. Okay, that's one loop gain. So we now have G2 at saka H1 as our loop gain. Okay, or LG. Sa pag sinusunod natin siya, pwede yung gamitin yung abbreviation ng LG. So loop gain. Ano pa yung loop gain dito? Itong G4 tsaka H2. Okay, so ito. Yan. Loop gain din yan. Okay? So, ito. Next is, itong G. Simula tayong G4. Purihan natin ito. Ayan. Simula tayo ng G4, G5, tapos H3. Ayan. So, loop gain din yan. Okay. And then, finally, pwede rin natin daanan yung G4, G6, H3. Ayan. So, loop gain din yan. Okay. So, as long as we don't pass through the node more than once, okay, it's considered a loop gain. Okay? So, that's one thing na kailangan natin para mabuo natin yung Mason's tool, loop gain. Okay, next. The forward path gain, okay, tawagin natin tong FPG. Okay, hindi yung artista. FPG siya. Okay. Forward path gain. FPG pala. Yan, tama, FPG. Okay. So, the forward path gain or FPG is the product of gains found by traversing a path from the input node to the output node of the signal flow graph in the direction of the signal flow. So, simula sa input, papuntang output. Okay. Hanap kayo ng path papunta doon. Okay. Lahat ng mga possible paths na pwede, that's the forward path gain. Okay. So, halimbawa ito. So, from R to C. Input to output talaga ha. So, from R to C, ito yung mga paths na pwede. We have G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, G7. Yan. So, that's one of the forward path gains. Okay. Next is, okay. Next forward path gain na pwede is G1, G2, G3, G4, G6, G7. Okay? So, ito. So, those are the forward path gain. So, ang forward path gain is magsisimula kayo sa input, papunta ng output. Hanap kayo ng isang path papunta doon. Okay? So, ayun. Now, non-touching loop. Okay? Non-touching loops. Okay? So, are loops that do not have any nodes in common. Okay. So, ang titingnan natin dito, okay, ang titingnan natin dito is yung yung loop gain. Okay. Magre-refer tayo actually sa loop gain ito. Okay. Tapos, kapag yung loop gain natin does not have any any common loops or any common node, they are considered non-touching loops. Okay. So, halimbawa, yung loop na to, yung loop na to, okay, in which we have itong G2H1, tapos itong loop na to, in which we have G4H2. Okay, so meron tayong G2H1 as one loop, tapos another loop is G4H2. Okay, now these two loops does not have any common node. Wala siyang common node na na mako-consider. Okay, so therefore we consider them as non-touching loops. Okay, so halimbawa ito pa, yung G4, G5, GH3, okay, at saka itong G2H1, okay, non-touching loops din yan. Okay, kasi wala naman silang common node. Okay, pero yung G4H2 at saka yung G4, G5, H3 are touching loops. Okay, they are loops that have a common node. So, hindi sila considered as non-touching loop. Okay, so yung non-touching loops are loops that does not have any common node in them. Okay, so ayun. So basically dito kayo magre-refer sa loop gain. Okay, tapos hahanapin nyo dito kung alin yung walang common node. Okay, so yun yung tinatawag na non-touching loop. Ngayon, yung non-touching loop gain, okay, yung non-touching loop gain is the product of those non-touching loops. Pag minultiply nyo yung loop gains ng mga non-touching loops, okay, ang tawag doon ay non-touching loop gain or NTLG. Okay, so for example, na-identify natin na ito, okay, at ito are non-touching loops. Okay, si G2H1 tsaka si G4H2 are non-touching loops. Okay. Pag binultiply nyo yung loop gains nun, yung G2H1 tsaka G4H2, so yung G2H1H2 is a non-touching loop gain. Taken 2 at a time. Okay? So, bakit may taken 2 at a time nang pumapasok? Kasi titingnan natin yung non-touching loop gains na dalawa lang. Tapos, hahanap tayo ng non-touching loops na tatlo. Okay, tatlong non-touching loops at the same time. Tapos, hahanap tayo ng non-touching loops na apat at the same time na hindi sila nagka-touch, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, dito, kung titingnan natin, kung i-verify natin yung actually, pwede nyo tingnan yun dito lang sa non-touch sa loop gain. Okay. So, taken 2 at a time, si G2H1 tsaka si G4H2 is a non-touching loop gain. So, yung product nun, non-touching loops. Therefore, yung G2, G4, H1, H2 is a non-touching loop gain. Ito yun. Okay. Next. Si G2H1, okay, si G2H1, okay, at saka si G4, G5, H3, okay, are non-touching loops. Therefore, the product G2, G4, G5, H1, H3, okay, eto, G2, G4, G5, H1, H3 is a non-touching loop gain, taken 2 at a time. Okay. Number 3, si G2H1 at saka si G4, G6, H3, okay, is another non-touching loop gain. Is another pair of non-touching loops. Okay. So therefore, yung product na G2, G4, G6, H1, H3, okay, ito, G2, G4, G6, H1, H3 is another non-touching loop gain. Pero ito ay lahat siya taken 2 at a time lang kasi dalawa lang yung titingnan natin na non-touching loops eh. Sa mga ibang examples dito kasi wala. Okay? Pero sa mga ibang mga problems, baka possible na nag-e-exist yung tatlo sila na hindi nagta-touch at the same time. At walang common nodes. Tatlong loop gains na walang common nodes at the same time. So, yun din tawag nating non-touching loop gain taken 3 at a time. Okay. Tapos, possible din na may apat naman na sabay-sabay na walang common nodes. Apat na loop gains na walang common nodes. So, sila ay non-touching loop gain taken 4 at a time. So, hanapin natin sila dun sa sa signal flow graph natin. So, sabi nga dito, in figure 4.8, there are no non-touching loop gains taken 3 at a time. Okay, since 3 non-touching loops do not exist in the example. So, wala tayong Okay, so ang key dito is hanapin nyo muna lahat ng loop gains. Okay, hanapin nyo muna lahat ng loop gains kasi ito ang gagamitin niyo to evaluate or to find the non-touching loop gains. Okay, kasi ang kailangan nyo lang talaga dito is yung forward path gain at saka yung non-touching loop gain. Okay, so ito na ngayon yung Mason's rule. The transfer function C over R of a system represented by a signal flow graph is the sum of Tk, delta K over delta. So, ano yung mga yan? K is the number of forward paths. So, bilangan nyo ngayon ilan yung nakuha nyong FPG. Okay? So, kung ilan yung nakuha nyong FPG, yun yung K. Okay? Tk is the K forward path. So, ibig sabihin ito, yung number of terms nung sum na to ay depende kung ilang forward paths yung mahanap nyo. In this example, since dalawa yung forward path na nakita ninyo, dahil nga dalawa yung forward path gain, okay, it means na dalawang terms yung sum natin. Okay, meron dalawang terms yung sum natin. Although, common naman yung denominator nila, so hindi nyo kailangan mag-LCD masyado dito. Kailangan nyo lang hanapin yung numerator para dun. Okay. So, ayun. Now, ano yung delta? Unahin natin yung delta. 1 minus the sum of loop gains. Okay, so i-add yung lahat ng loop gains. Plus the sum of non-touching loop gains taken 2 at a time. Okay, minus the sum of non-touching loop gains taken 3 at a time. Plus the sum of non-touching loop gains taken 4 at a time. Minus and so on. So, take note of the alternating signs. Okay. Tanggalin take note na may alternating signs. That's delta ha. So, ibig sabihin, generate muna natin yung delta bago nyo generate yung delta k. Okay. So, ngayon, yung delta k is basically yung delta, tapos tatanggalin natin yung mga terms. Okay. Tatanggalin natin yung mga loop gain terms. Okay. In delta na na common dun sa dun sa forward path. Dun sa forward path na pinili niyo. Okay. So in other words, delta k is formed by eliminating from delta those loop gains that touch the k forward path. Okay. So, ganito yung paggamit ng Mason's rule. Una, alamin natin yung loop gains. Alamin natin yung forward path gain. Tapos from there, tingnan natin yung mga non-touching loop gains. Okay? So, ayun. Tapos, isa-isahin natin yung lahat ng forward path gain. Okay? Kasi nga, yung number of terms ng niyo, nung sum niyo, nakadepende kung ilang forward path gains yung mahanap niyo. Okay? Tapos, from there, i-generate natin yung delta. Okay? Actually, walang kinalaman yung delta sa forward path gain, no? So, delta muna by doing this. Okay? 1 minus loop gains plus non-touching loop gain taken 2 at a time minus non-touching loop gain taken 3 at a time and so on. Tapos, from delta, i-generate natin yung delta k wherein yung delta k is tatanggalin natin galing sa delta yung mga LG terms, yung mga loop gain terms that touch the k forward path. Okay? So, siguro mas magiging malinaw ito kung magkakaroon tayo ng example. Okay? So, ayan. So, in this case, alamin muna natin yung, actually, dapat ang alamin nyo muna dito is yung loop gain. Okay? So, or pwede rin naman yung forward path gain muna kasi at least malalaman nyo kung ilang terms meron yung Mason's rule niya. Okay? So, in this case, let's identify the forward path gain. So, again, ang forward path gain is from input. Okay? Galing sa input, papuntang output. Okay? So, in this case, isa lang yung makikita nating forward path gain. G1, ito lang. G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. Okay? Kasi yung iba niyan, pabalik naman eh. So, hindi tayo makakapunta dito. Okay, wala. Yan lang yung forward path gain. So, G1, G2, G3, G4, G5 lang yung ating forward path gain. Okay, next. Loop gains natin. Okay. So, yung loop gains natin, ito. Una, ito. So, G2, H1. Ayan. Check. Next is, sige, iwan mo natin dyan. Next is G4, H2. Okay. G4, H2. Yan. Next is G7, H4. Okay. Next is itong malaking loop na to. Okay. Actually, dalawa yan. Hindi. Sorry. Baligtad pala ako dito. Baligtad yung loop ko dito. Hindi ko napansin yung direction. Pag ganito pala siya. Ito, tsaka to. Importante yun na na-detect yung direction. Kasi tulad doon, inisip ko para siya, baliktad. Okay, so ito, G7, H4. Pero tama pa rin naman, G7, H4. Then, finally, we have ito. Okay, so G2, G3, G4, ito. G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, G7, G8. Okay. So, yan yung pang-apat na loop gain. Okay. So, wala na tayong loop gain aside from that. Hindi nyo pwedeng i-consider ito, ha? Hindi nyo pwedeng i-consider ito as a loop gain. Yung G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, okay, tapos G7, tapos babalik kayo dito, tapos tsaka kayo pupunta doon. Hindi pwede yun. Kasi dalawang beses nyo dinaanan tong mga nodes na to. So again, pag loop gain, isang beses lang dapat daanan lahat ng mga nodes. So this is your loop gain. Now, non-touching loop gains. Okay. Actually, pwede nyo, from that, pwede nyo tingnan na lang ito. Okay. Kapag meron silang, meron silang common na node. Okay. pwede nyo siyang, hindi siya kasama sa non-touching loop gain. So, dapat wala siyang common na node. Pero tingnan nyo pa rin yung i-verify nyo pa rin sa diagram kasi minsan merong mga ganun kaya lang hindi siya talaga touching. Okay, so tingnan nyo mabuti rin sa diagram. Okay, pero as a general tool, kapag yung loop gains nyo may parehong transfer function, it's actually a touching loop gain. So for example, ito. So taken 2 at a time. So ikukumpara muna natin yung dalawang transfer function. Halimbawa, ito at saka ito muna. Okay. So non-touching ba sila? Okay. So since wala namang common transfer function at saka base naman dito, ito yung G2H1 at saka ito yung G4H2. So non-touching sila. So ililista natin sila as non-touching loop gain. Taken 2 at a time. So next, ito 1 at saka 3. Okay. So may common nodes ba sila? May common transfer function ba sila? So mukhang wala. Okay, and verifying naman galing dito, ito yung isa, ito yung dalawa. So non-touching sila. Okay, so we have loop 1 and loop 3. Okay. So G2 G2H1, G7H4. Okay. So ayan. Next, yung 1 at saka yung 4. Okay. So may common transfer function ba sila? So dito obviously meron kasi yung G2 at saka merong G2 yung si loop 1. Tapos sa loop 4, meron yung G2. So, sigurado touching ito. So, mabiverify natin yan kasi ito. Okay, ito yung isa. Ito yung isa. Itong malaki na to. Okay. So, may common node sila which is ito. Tsaka to. Okay. So, kung may common node sila, they are touching loops. So, therefore, hindi natin siya ililista. Okay. Hindi natin siya i-consider as non-touching loop gain. Okay. So, ano pa? So, since tapos natin i-compare yung 1 sa iba, let's have 2. Okay. So, okay na yung 2 at saka 1. Okay. 2 at saka 3. Okay. So, yung 2 at saka 3 ba, non-touching loop gain. Okay. So, G4, H2, G7, H4. So, wala silang common transfer function. So, malamang non-touching loop gain. So, and verify natin galing sa drawing. Ito yung G4, H2. Ito yung G7, H4. So, non-touching. Okay. So, therefore, sali natin siya sa non-touching loop gain. Okay, next. Yung 2 at saka 4. Compare natin. G4, H2, tapos ito. So, since pareho silang merong G4, sigurado touching ito. Okay, so, ma-verify nyo yun kasi common sa kanila itong node na to. Itong node na to. Tsaka itong node na to. Okay. So, touching sila. Okay. So, hindi siya kasama sa NTLG. Okay. So, finally, compare natin si 3 at saka si 4. Okay. Si 3 at saka si 4. So, in this case, may G7 to, may G7 din to. So, sigurado touching din ito. Okay. So, out of contention na siya. So, we now have taken 3 NTLGs. Taken 2 at a time. So, may nailista tayong tatlo. Okay. Next. Compare naman natin tatlo sabay-sabay. So, halimbawa, si 1, 2, at saka 3. Okay? So, non-touching ba itong tatlong to? Okay? At the same time. So, since walang common nodes sa kanila, or walang common transfer function, okay? So, kandidato to para sa sa non-touching loop gain. Okay? Taken 3 at a time. So, obvious naman ito, at saka ito. So, lahat sila hindi magkakadikit. So, we consider them as non-touching loop gains taken 3 at a time. G2H1, G4H2, G7H4. Okay. So, obviously, yun lang yung makikita natin kasi kapag halimbawa, kinumpare natin si 1, 2, at saka 4. Meron ng common. Okay. Pag kinumpare natin si 1, 3, at saka 4, meron na rin common. Okay. Tapos pag kinumpare natin si 2, 3, at saka 4, okay. Meron na rin common. Okay. So, ayan. Now, taken 4 at a time, compare since apat lang naman to. So, compare natin sila. So, wala tayong taken 4 at a time dahil lahat ito ay touching dito sa number 4. So, at the same time, wala tayong non-touching loop gains taken 4 at a time. So, ito lang yung may lilista natin. Non-touching loop gains taken 2 at a time, tsaka non-touching loop gains taken 3 at a time. Okay? So, ayan. Now, let us establish yung ating delta. Okay. So, delta is 1. Okay. Tandaan na, 1 minus the sum of the loop gains. So, i-add natin itong lahat. So, ito, plus ito, plus ito, plus ito. Take note, negative lahat ng signs nun. Okay, negative lahat ng signs nung loop gains. Now, plus NTLG taken 2 at a time. So, yung ito, G2H1, G4H2. Okay. Tapos, plus ito, G2H1, G7H4. Okay. Plus ito, G4H2, G7H4. Ito. Okay. Then, minus. Okay. Minus. Okay. Non-touching loop gains taken 3 at a time. So, G2H1, G4H2, G7H4. Ito yun. Okay. So, 1 minus the sum of the loop gains. Okay. Yung first bracket ninyo. Ito yung first bracket natin. Okay. Plus, non-touching loop gains taken 2 at a time. Ayan. Minus, non-touching loop gains taken 3 at a time. Okay. Since wala naman tayong kasunod, so yan na yung number of terms natin. So, that's delta. Okay. Now, yung delta 1 natin ngayon. Okay. Yung delta 1 natin ngayon is then 1 minus galing tayo sa delta. Okay. Una, K natin is set to be 1. Okay. Kasi we are considering the first forward path gain. Pero since isa lang naman yung forward path gain, so isa lang yung consider talaga natin. Okay. Pero kung dalawa yan, okay, we will have yung K natin as K equals 1 tsaka K equals 2. Corresponding dun sa nailista yung forward path gains. Okay. So, kaya meron tayong delta 1 dito. Now, yung delta 1 is galing dito sa delta, tatanggalin natin lahat ng terms that touches the forward path gain. So, automatic, kasama yung 1, syempre. Okay, kasi wala namang, wala namang kinalaman yan dun sa, So, basta kasama kagad yung 1. Now, tatanungin natin isa-isa yung mga terms na to. Kung sila ba ay touching sa forward path gain. Again, isang good indication kung ang loop gain ay touching another loop gain is kung meron silang common na transfer function. Okay, so tanda, pero be-verify nyo pa rin yan using the signal flow graph. Tingnan natin ngayon, yung forward path gain, okay, is G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. So lahat ng terms dito na merong G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, pwede nyo nang i-eliminate. So halimbawa ito, kasi may G2. Ito, tanggalin natin kasi may G4. Yung G7 minus H4, pwede to, kandidato to. So, verify natin. Ito yung forward path gain niyo. Ito yung G7H4. So, hindi sila touching. Okay, hindi sila touching. So, therefore, sasama natin siya dun sa term natin. So, negative G7H4. Okay, next. Meron siyang G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, G7, tsaka G7. So, wala na to. G2, tsaka G4. Eliminated. G2, G7, eliminated ito. G4, H7, eliminated. Ito rin, eliminated. So, may iwan lang ito. So, therefore, using Mason's rule, ang magiging transfer function ninyo is yung forward path gain, okay, times ito, okay, divided by this delta. Okay. So, ayan. Now, hindi, iba pala to sa na-simplify natin. Hindi pa pala natin na-simplify yan. So, pero basically, ito yung ito yung magiging simplified form niya. Where delta is this one. Okay. So, ayan. So, ngayon, para magamit natin siya, let us work on an example na nagawa na natin on the previous lesson. Okay, so, ito. Okay. So, ito, na-convert na natin to sa na-convert na natin to sa signal flow graph nito. Okay. So, na-convert na siya sa signal flow graph using this. So, we will use now the Mason's rule para maano natin siya, para ma-simplify natin siya. Okay. So, okay. So, now, let us identify first yung forward path gain. Okay. So, yung forward path gain natin is a straightforward path galing sa input papuntang output. So, in this case, mukhang isa lang naman yung ma-identify natin. So, ito. So, R1 times G1 times G2 times 1 times G3. Dalawa pala, ma-identify na. Pero pareho lang kasi 1 din naman ito. So, we have G1, G2, G3. Okay, as our forward path gain. Okay, tapos yung isa, actually, ito siya. Okay. G1, iba pala, hindi pala pareho, sorry. So, we have G1, G3. Okay. So, yung second forward path gain natin, ito. 1 times G1 times 1 times G3. Okay. So, yan yung second forward path natin. So, G1, G3. Okay. So, lalabas ngayon yung K natin equals 2. Okay. So, dalawang terms ngayon yung lalabas sa Mason's rule natin. So, again, forward path, ito, 1 times G1 times G2 times 1 times G3. Okay. So, simply G1, G2, G3. Tapos, 1 times G1 times 1. Okay, times G3. Okay. So, that's our second forward path. Okay. Next, loop gains. Okay, let's identify loop gains. Okay. So, loop gains tayo. Una, we have G1, G2, H1 o negative H1. So, yung isa is negative G1, G2, H1. Okay, again, G1 times G2 times negative H1. So, that's one loop gain. Second loop gain natin is ito, G2 times negative H2. So, G2 times negative H2. So, we have negative G2 H2. Okay? That's another loop gain. Loop gain. Ano pa? Let's have this. G3 times negative H3. Okay, so G3 times negative H3. So, meron tayo negative G3 H3. Okay, so meron pa ba tayong makikitang loop gain dito? Ito hindi pwede kasi hindi tayo makakabalik dun sa pinagsimulan natin. So, ito, tsaka to hindi pwede yun. Kasi, yung take note of the direction. Okay. Ito naman, ito, tapos ito. Okay, hindi rin pwede kasi we will be passing by a node twice. Okay. So, meron pa ba tayong nakikita ito, hindi, yun eh. Ito na yun. So, wala na siguro. So, tatlo lang yung loop gains natin. Okay. So, now, let us have non-touching loop gains taken 2 at a time. Okay. So, non-touching loop gains taken 2 at a time. So, tingnan natin dito. So, yung G1, G2, H1, tsaka G2, compare mo natin itong dalawa. Okay. So, si G1, G2, H1, tsaka si G2, H2, sigurado touching to. Kasi meron silang common na branch. Okay. So, parang ito yun. Si G1, G2, tsaka si H1, tapos si G2, tsaka si touching. Kasi meron silang common node na V3 at tsaka V4. So, hindi siya considered dito. How about si G1, G2, H1, tsaka si G3, H3? Okay. Since ito, wala tong common na branch. So, kandidato to. So, tingnan natin. Si G1, G2, G3, H1. Si G1, G2, H1, ito. Tapos si G3, H3, ito. So, obviously, non-touching sila. Okay. So, pwede natin i-consider yung product nilang dalawa. Okay, itong dalawa. Yung product nilang dalawa as non-touching loop gain, taken 2 at a time. So, G1, G2, G3, H1, H3. Positive na siya kasi parehong negative to. So, negative times negative, positive na siya. Okay. Next. So, ito, tsaka to. Na-compare na natin to. Tapos, na-compare na natin ito. Ito naman. Itong dalawa. Okay. So, ito si G2, H2. Tapos, ito si G3, H3. So, wala silang common branch. Wala silang common transfer function, ibig sabihin. So, wala silang common branch. Therefore, kandidato to as non-touching loop. Okay, so dito, okay, yung signal flow graph nyo would actually confirm, okay, na tama yun. Okay, so this is G2, G3, H2, H3. Again, positive na siya kasi negative pareho. Negative times negative, magiging positive na siya. Okay, so na-compare na natin lahat, no? So, 1, 2, ito hindi pwede, ito pwede, ito pwede. Okay, so yan. Now, non-touching loop gain taken 3 at a time. Okay, so yun na lang gawin natin. Non-touching loop gain at 3. Okay, so since kailangan silang tatlo sabay-sabay hindi touching, so lumalabas touching sila kasi ito tsaka to touching to, so hindi na pwede, wala na to. Okay, so lagyan natin NA. Okay, now na-identify natin ngayon yung ating mga forward path gain, loop gains at saka non-touching loop gains. Okay, we are now ready to apply yung Mason's rule. Okay, so pag i-apply natin yung Mason's rule, tingnan natin yung K. So since yung K natin 2, yung closed loop transfer function natin, okay, meron dalawang terms. T1 delta 1 over delta plus T2 delta 2 over delta. Okay, so identify muna natin yung T1 kasi, okay, is ito. Okay, so yun yung T1. Tapos ito yung T2. Okay, yung delta muna. Identify muna natin yung delta. Okay, yung delta is 1 minus loop gains, yung sum of loop gains. Okay, so add natin to. Okay, so sige, lagay natin sa bracket. G1, G2, H1 negative. Okay, minus G2, H2 minus G3, H3. Okay, so take that's 1 minus the sum of loop gains plus the sum of non-touching loop gains taken 2 at a time. Okay, so ito na siya. So G1, G2, G3, H1, H3 plus G2, G3, H2, H3. Okay, so ayan. Tapos wala na yung kasunod kasi wala naman tayong non-touching loop gains taken 3 at a time. Okay. So, ngayon, yung delta 1 natin ngayon is tatanggalin natin yung yung delta 1 natin, nakilagay ito dito, is tatanggalin natin yung terms nung delta ninyo na touching dito sa T1 natin, which is G1, G2, G3. So, ibig sabihin, again, a good indicator na touching siya is if meron silang common branch or meron silang common transfer function. So, in this case, lahat ng may G1, G2, tsaka G3, pwede nating tanggalin as ano. So delta 1, meron na yung 1. Okay. Ito, wala na to kasi may G1, G2 yan. Ito may G2, ito may G3. So, apparently, lahat ito para mawawala. So, yung delta 1 natin is simply 1. Okay. Tapos, yung delta 2 natin, likely, okay, delta 2. Yung delta 2 natin is G1, G3. Okay. So, tatanggalin natin ngayon yung mga common. Okay. So, 1, ito, wala na to, sigurado. Itong G2, kasi G1, G3 lang to eh. Okay. G2, H2 ito. So, verify natin. Ito yung path ninyo. Ito, tapos ito, yan yung forward path. Okay, yung G2, H2 ninyo, ito. Okay, so may sumabit, yung G1, yung second forward path ninyo is G1, G3. Okay, ito siya. Okay. Tapos yung ano nyo, yung kino-consider ninyo is itong term na to. Itong G1, G2, H2. So, ito yung G2, H2. Okay. So, apparently, may sumabit na isang common node, which is this one. So, consider na touching siya. So, again, sabi ko sa inyo, kapag wala siyang common kailangan nyo siyang i-verify using the signal flow graph. So, in turn, matatanggal pa rin ito. Okay. So, ito, wala na rin to kasi may G3 sila. ito, wala na rin to. Ito, wala na rin to. So, may iwan dyan is, delta 2 natin is 1. Okay? So, ito ngayon yung magiging natin. Magiging transfer function natin. Or yung equivalent transfer function natin. Okay? Yung magiging equivalent na transfer function natin is basically, okay, galing dito, no? Tandaan nyo ang delta 1 natin tsaka delta 2 natin pareho ng 1. Okay, so lalabas dyan, T of S is G1, G2, G3. Common denominator naman, no? So, plus G1, G3 divided by, medyo haba ang konto na sa ilalim kasi, no? So, this is 1 plus G1, G2, H1 plus G2, H2 plus G3, H3 plus G1, G2, G3, H1, H3. Okay, plus G2, G3, H2, H3. Ito yung magiging closed loop transfer function natin. Okay. So, ngayon, interesado tayong malaman kung pareho to dun sa nakuha natin dun sa ano. Okay, dun sa example natin nung una. Okay. So, let us check. So, kinuha ko yung sagot dun sa previous example. Ito yung sagot nung example. Okay, so ito siya. So, bali yung nasa example nyo kasi hindi naka-multiply. Okay, pero para ma-check natin siya, check natin kung lahat pag minultiply natin to, kung lahat ng terms lalabas to. Okay, una yung numerator. So, ito, pag minultiply ko dito, that's G1, G3 times 1. So, that's G1, G3. So, nandun siya. Okay. Next, ito, times ito. Okay, so that's G1, G2, G3. So, that's G1, G2, G3. Ito, G1, G2, G3. Okay. So, lahat ng terms na nasa numerator nandun. Okay, so okay tayo sa numerator. Denominator tayo. 1 times 1 is 1. So, ito. Okay, so tama tayo dun. Next, 1 times G3, H3. So, may G3, H3 ba tayo? Ito, meron tayong G3, H3. Okay. So, I think you know where kung saan patungo itong usapan natin na to. Okay, pero tingnan pa rin natin. So, G2, H2 times 1. Okay, so that's G2, H2. Ito. So, tama siya. Okay. Next is G2, ito, times ito. Ito, times ito. So, that's G2, G3, H2, H3. Meron ba tayong G2, G3, H2, H3? G2, G3, H2, H3. So, tama to. Okay. Next, ito, times ito. So, G1, G2, H1 times 1. So, ito. G1, G2, G1, G2, H1 times 1. Okay, and then finally, ito, tsaka to. Okay, that's G1, G2, G3, H1, H3. G1, G2, G3, H1, H3. So, ito. So, accounted lahat ng terms, no? Okay, so pag in-expand natin, basically ito yung lalabas. So, which means, tama yung sagot na binigay ng Mason's rule. Consistent siya dun sa block diagram algebra. Okay? So, again, magsisimula tayo sa pagko-convert ng system ninyo. Okay? Sa signal flow graph. Identify natin itong forward path gain, loop gains, non-touching loop gains taken 2 at a time, non-touching loop gains taken 3 at a time, and so on and so forth. Tapos, gagamitin natin yung Mason's formula or Mason's rule. Okay? In which, since k equals 2, dahil dalawa yung na-identify kong forward path gain, you would have 2 terms. Okay? So, kung meron kang dalawang terms, you would have ito. So, pagkatapos nun, sulat natin yung delta, which is 1 minus sum of the loop gains, okay, plus sum of the non-touching loop gains taken 2 at a time. So, yung kasunod is 1 minus non-touching loop gain taken 3 at a time and so on. Okay? So, ayan. Now, from there, identify natin or i-generate natin yung delta 1 tsaka delta 2. Okay? By eliminating dito yung mga terms na common or na may common node sa forward path gain na kino-consider niyo. Delta 1 means you have to consider the first forward path gain. Delta 2, yung second path gain. Okay? So, again, pag nag-identify kayo ng mga touching loops, okay, or non-touching loops, tingnan nyo mabuti dun sa signal flow graph. Okay? Pero, a good indication is kapag meron silang common branch sigurado touching na sila. Okay? Kaya lang, tingnan nyo pa rin, katulad ng isang case kanina na isa lang yung touching node nila, tinanggal pa rin natin. Okay? So, tingnan nyo mabuti. Okay? So, ayan. Now, may iwan sa delta 1 saka sa delta 2 parehong 1 kasi all of these loops, okay, all of these are touching the forward path gain. Okay. So, pag sinulat natin ngayon yung Mason's formula, it becomes this. Okay. And then, check against the results nung block diagram reduction dun sa ating unang example. So, lumalabas, pareho siya. Okay. Now, you now have an option. Okay. You now have an option to determine kung ano yung gusto nyong gamiting method. Okay. Whether yung block diagram reduction or yung Mason's rule. Okay. In most cases, okay, hindi ko naman sinasabi nga to, pero in most cases, medyo mas madali mag Mason's rule. Ang medyo mahirap lang talaga sa Mason's rule ay itong part na to. Okay. Pero kung magtuturo lang din naman kayo, baka mas madali siya kumpara sa block diagram reduction. So, during your quiz or during your exams, kung hindi naman sinabi kung ano yung kailangan yung gamitin, you can just freely choose kung ano yung gagamitin yung method. Whether you use the Mason's rule or you use block diagram reduction. Okay. So that ends yung yung lesson natin on reduction of multiple subsystems. Okay. In which we have learned how to reduce complex systems into simpler forms. Okay. So, meron lang ako isang hindi na i-discuss in particular. That is, how do you convert your block diagram papuntang unity feedback system. Okay. Kasi, di ba sabi natin, i-convert natin siya into one of the two forms. Okay. So, ang pinakamadaling way para magawa yon is, halimbawa, meron kayong system na ganito na. Okay. Tapos gusto niyo siyang i-convert into a unity feedback system. Okay. So, negative, positive. Okay. So, magiging G of S ito. Okay. Ang pwede nyo gawin is mag-deploy kayo ng isang feedback dito. Okay. So, tawagin natin siyang bali positive 1. Okay. Pero negative feedback pa rin, no? Okay. Tapos, maglagay pa kayo ng isang feedback ulit. Okay. This time, negative 1. Okay. Ayan. Now, take note na kapag in-add ko tong dalawang to, kasi parallel sila eh. Okay. Ayan. Take note pag in-add ko tong dalawang to dahil parallel sila. That is 0. So, basically, meron lang kayo isang system. Okay. Now, ang kailangan nyong gawin is to actually reduce this and this as a feedback. Okay, tapos iwanan nyo to. Kasi itong branch na to, ito yan. Ito yung feedback nyo dito. Okay. So, pag na-reduce nyo to, tsaka to, yung magiging resulting reduced form niya is yung magiging G of S ninyo. Okay, so that is how you convert a single block papunta sa unity feedback system. Okay, so pwede nyo pag-experimentohan yan with your assignment. Okay, alam ko sa assignment nyo merong binigay na ganun. Okay, so that concludes yung ating lesson on reduction of systems.